you so much.
Okay, you ready? Okay then, so welcome everyone to our events committee meeting. I won't read through all the information elements of your agenda that's taken as read. You're all familiar with those. Obviously, telephones don't either have on silent, or if you need to take a call, then just obviously step outside. And as you will see, we are live broadcasting the meeting today. So, and we've got no members of the public here, so we'll move straight on to our part one on the agenda. Declarations of interest, I don't think we've had any. No. And by that same token, no dispensations, I believe, have been received. Okay. Apologies for absence. Now, I know Councillor Jackman has given apology, but I think he's on his way, so he's just running a bit late, so he'll arrive, so it's fine. Okay, no, nothing else to do there. Minutes of the meeting, the last meeting, the 3rd of March. Hopefully everyone's had a copy and had time to look through them. Any questions or points of clarification required for those minutes? If not, then can we have a proposer for them, please? Thank you, Vanda. And a seconder, please. Thank you, Jackie. And a show of hands for that. Thank you. Okay, so upcoming events. Let's start with Armed Forces Day. I think, Fran, you're going to give us a bit of an update on that.
So with Armed Forces Day, this is just going to be a flag raising. We're going to be sending out invites to councillors at the start of June. Everyone's already been booked, so we've let the town crier know. We have let Jamie know. Yeah. There's going to be a facilities meeting in the upcoming weeks just to finalise the equipment that we're going to need and things like that. Yeah. But yeah, everything's all ready to go, but you'll be receiving invites at the start of June, so just keep an eye on your emails.
Okay.
And will the flag racing be
in the triangle?
In the triangle, yeah. 11 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay.
And those invites, are they just coming to us as councils, or are they going to go?
We'll put it on social media
as well.
Yeah, all on the same day.
I'm just going to say if we can make sure we send them to obviously our district councillors as well, particularly the Tingworth district councillors.
Yep.
Okay, right. Any questions on that one? It's fairly straightforward. Pirates Day, 4th of July.
So Holly and myself have fought long and hard on Pirates Day. Without doing another market and without it being so kid heavy, we've decided to turn it into a kids festival. Not kids festival, sorry, a pirate festival. The running orders that we've got is from 3 p.m. till 8 p.m. There are many reasons why we want to do this. The first reason is
what time again?
From 3 p.m. till 8 p.m. The first reason is because the foot traffic that we get through town with events that happened all day long, the foot traffic more increases in the afternoon than what it does in the morning. And again, without making it kid heavy, it's quite difficult to pinpoint what to put. And also with having a market on, it's then having a market that's very piratey based, and that's quite difficult. So we said the evening time. And also, we've got a company called Pro Pyro Entertainment. I think that's their name off the top of my head. And they do fire displays. So they really want to do a pirate-based display. One of the ones that one of the shows are working on, especially for us, is going to be a pirate sword show, and the sword's going to be on fire. So we thought with it being more towards the evening time, it's a bit darker, so you get more of the effect of all the fire.
Safety around that.
To be fair, they sent me all their red tape, and it is well above bar. They've done many events, they've done many festivals and things like that. They are professionals who do this. They've got public liability insurance, I believe, of 5 million plus. And their risk assessment is well above board. We've got more than enough space in the triangle to be able to host them. We have got some shanty singers coming. We are looking at doing some axe throwing. This will be all completely free as well, with the axe throwing, with the entertainment and stuff. We've spoken to the Chamber of Commerce. They're more than happy to run a rum stall for us. To clarify, it's not going to be alcohol heavy, because I can understand the concerns of it being a pirate festival. Everyone thinks rum and gin and things like that. It's not alcohol heavy whatsoever. We don't have any distilleries coming or anything like that. It's just going to be the Chamber of Commerce going to running a rum stall similar to their mulled wine mince pies at Christmas. And we've also spoken to Luders, Brunch, Coasters and the Bakehouse. They're more than happy to stay open until 8 o'clock as well to provide the food, because we're not going to get food stalls in or anything like that. We're encouraging the people within the triangle to stay open late, provide all the food and drinks and things like that for the event. We are also currently in discussion with a couple of local pubs and restaurants, so that, because we've got a pirate fancy dress competition, that if you go into a bar and you dress up as a pirate, you get 10% off a drink or something like that. So we're really trying to encourage that and push that. There is one small little thing that I do want to request the committee, which is moving some budget around, but we're going to discuss that in the current budget bit of the agenda. So that is the plan. I've got save the date posters all ready to go out. So yeah, that's pretty much done.
And the plan is you've got live music going on in the triangle for it.
Yep, so we've got some shanty singers coming. We are going to look for a band. Normally the 2 bands we've used in the past, unfortunately they've got other shows on that day, but there are other options, hence why I want to move a bit of budget around. But yeah, we're going to have shanty singers, and also, that's a fair point, that's just reminded me, we're in contact with quite a few blacksmiths and forgers who are in the local area to come and do demonstrations as well. So the idea is all the entertainment and everything will be where the flag raising is.
Yeah.
And then from behind, where you got the semicircle of benches, and then heading towards the triangle, we're looking at having all the forgers and blacksmiths along there. And then by the fountain, we're going to have all the axe throwing and things like that. It's very kid friendly, kid safe axe throwing as well. So I've checked the risk assessment. We've looked into extra bits of equipment as well to make sure axes don't go flying, but they're really soft axes, so it should be fine. And the maintenance team are going to make some stocks for us as well.
Oh, right.
Cool. Okay.
Sounds fun. Well, a lot of work you've done on that, you two. Well
Yeah,
done.
well, yeah, very good.
Everything's pretty much, the TTRO has been approved by Devon County Council, so that's all been sorted. Because one thing Holly and myself did a couple of weeks ago is we went around the whole town with an information booklet of all the posters, all the dates, and all the important information of every single event that's happening this year. And we just gave it as one big booklet just to make them aware of what's going on. But we'll keep going down like a month before each event, just to remind them, give them extra posters and things like that. And the feedback that we got was absolutely amazing. It was really, really positive, really supportive. And I think it's going to encourage more people to take part in all of our events throughout the year. So that is something we've also done.
Well, there's a lot of good doing this.
It's great work, really great work with it. Is the title of the event right? I know it's a pedantic point, but it's not a day. We're not doing a day's activity.
This is why
And
we're
not-
naming it.
and we're so- and it's, yeah, but it says festival. I know, is the title of it right? Because what you don't want is it, because it's not a full day festival. It's quite a considered time slot, isn't it? 3 till 8, which is great. It's not a day. I know it's being pedantic, but I'm just, if we've got to get it right, we've got to.
It'd be like Pirates Day.
I mean,
Pirates Day's
I
fine,
think if you call it Pirates Day, people are going to expect for it to
But
be
they might
a
expect,
whole
yeah,
day.
and they might expect,
Could we just call it Pirates Fest?
or something that.
I mean, Holly and I can go back to the.
And that's why we just needed to check that through, so we get it, because actually the name of it is really important. You want it sharp, you want it catchy, don't you?
I think Pirates Day's great.
But it's not a whole day, it's 3 o'clock
3
till 8.
to 8.
It's sort of that latter, it's
Yeah.
afternoon to the evening, to keep footfall coming through for traders.
Well, what about the pubs then? Then surely
Yeah,
they're not doing something.
Well, they're joining it, so
So
there's,
they should just explain
yeah,
that.
so that,
Sorry.
yeah, no, you're okay, you're right, but it's, yeah, it's just
I mean,
getting it right.
as long as you guys are happy with what we're doing, Holly and I can go back to the drawing board and then send you guys an email with a updated name version once we've got it all correlated together and stuff, so I'm more than happy to do that as an action point.
Well, I'm just, I can, you know, like I said, you could just foresee otherwise, well, it's not a day, it's only, you know, or it's not a
That's
festival.
Yeah,
And it's, you
Can
know,
we
well,
just,
it's,
can we have to think about it now, or do you?
well, like I said, I mean, it's, that's why when we were
Yeah.
emailing about it, I said, actually, let's wait till we're here at the committee in case anyone has any thoughts about it. But like I say, we don't have to decide that today.
yeah.
And maybe actually just put that on the task list, maybe,
Yeah.
liaise, but like I said, you and Holly can come up maybe something. I mean, the poster looks good.
So this is
That
the
looks really
date
nice.
poster that we
Yeah.
just mocked up
Yeah.
together.
Actually, it
just-
says Pirate Festival, so that's quite good.
Pirate
Yeah.
Festival, I was going to say
Yeah.
Pirate
It
Festival.
doesn't actually say Pirate Day on that.
No, I know, but actually, but what we're saying is the title of it is that a Pirate's Day, but it's not going to be a day, is it?
No, so I've been
We need to get it, we need to get it
In
right,
that, it just says
because otherwise you
festival.
just open the door to
Yeah.
I mean,
unfair.
the saving grace that we have
It's really
is,
positive.
yeah, the feedback that we've got from the town has been absolutely amazing. People really, really keen to see this happen.
I think
Um,
shops would be interested in doing like a shop window, dress their staff up. I don't know, I do apologise coming in later. I didn't think I was even going to be here tonight. But say for argument's sake, the best dress, you've discussed the best
Yeah,
dress
so
children.
We're doing, let me go back on the timetable, so we're doing a competition, so we're gonna have, like, the best crew, the best, like,
That's good
sea
idea.
crew,
And
and
there is a
things like
fancy, there's
that.
a fancy dress
So we're gonna do
element
fancy
to it,
dress.
so you get percentage off if you go into the pubs in fancy dress.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Pubs for a party.
so the
So
idea
it's good.
is that it'll be free advertisement for the pubs as well, because we'll keep encouraging people saying, oh, don't forget another night to continue, go to this pub
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
pub
that's-
and
that's
so on
what
and so forth.
Yes.
That's good.
I'm not
Yes.
wishing to be pedantic, but is stops that there, because I put that more medieval
Actually, you'd
stops.
be surprised,
No,
have you
no,
doing
no.
their research,
Yeah,
they did used to go in the stops.
That's fine,
Yeah.
it's just off the top of my head, I was thinking of.
It's either that or firing you from the cannon, isn't it?
It'd have to be a
Or
big
making you
fan.
walk the plank.
I won't have to do the
It
risk
needs to be in
assessment for that,
stock.
quite honestly.
We've got them outside.
It'd be a
Not
big
too
fan,
bad.
I can show you.
But really good hard work. with that.
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
it's a very wide.
Coming on leaps about, and
wide-
again, but with all our events, we can work on that to make it even bigger and better.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the whole idea, is that, you know, with any event, we take on board every bit of feedback and information that gets given back to us, so that when we start working on next year's events, then we know what works, what doesn't work. Like,
Yeah,
look how much
exactly.
Christmas
Agree.
has evolved over
Yeah,
the
yeah,
past few years
absolutely.
and things like that. So it is definitely one that, if it works this year on as the first year, then I think going forward, it will become a really big top event like how
Yeah.
Christmas has. So
Yeah.
The last meeting, we talked about working with Regatta, but they weren't able to.
not this year.
Okay,
no,
maybe
they-
going forward, we could let's say.
Yeah, the door hasn't shut on us
No, no, no,
for
that's good.
8 years, so
That's
yeah.
really good. Okay, everyone's
brilliant.
happy with that then?
Yeah.
And the thing is, what's very positive is that we managed to link in with all of the cafes, restaurants
Yes,
in
yeah.
the triangle, and they're staying out late and they're working with
Yeah.
us, and I think that is
We just
really,
now need to
really
encourage
positive.
the footfall.
Yeah.
But that's
Well,
what, because of what
fine.
once we figured out the official name, I should say, for the event, then this will get blasted all over social media and things like that. We'll keep pushing that out along with the events, and then and then once we've got the finalised acts and everything, then we'll push that out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be.
I think the
great.
Pirate Festival name is a good idea, because that can label on that to make it even bigger and better. Because festival can cover a period of time,
Yeah,
or at least time.
Mm.
So I think that's a great
and
concept.
and agreed, like though, if you actually go to the Pirate Festival and then you put the actual time frame for this time, next year it could be a different time
Yeah,
frame,
right.
it could be 10 till 8 or 10, you
Yeah.
know, so
Or even the
it's,
weekend.
yeah, so,
It's the start of,
Yes.
okay, it's the first
Start.
step on a
It
ladder to
is.
something, isn't it? So that's good. Right, excellent.
Perfect.
Wonderful, thank you for that. So, this updates on the summer events for July and August.
This is the first draft of the poster. Debbie, this is one of Debbie's events. We have got Professor Wilson again and Professor Davey.
Okay.
So they're coming back. We've taken on all the feedback over previous speaking to some traders and speaking to members of the public, and also from information from this committee. Obviously, we're not doing Teen Street anymore. We're just sticking to Northumberland and the Triangle, because trying to find anywhere else that kind of footfall without trying to hire out the land can be quite awkward. But yeah, we've got all their documentation back, their risk assessments and their public liability insurance. So yeah, once the poster gets finalised, then that will start getting blasted out around June time.
And the dates for that, I've got down 21st July to the 1st of September, is that right?
3rd of September.
3rd, is it?
Yeah, so the 23rd of July to the 3rd of September,
Okay.
and that'll be the last one.
Lovely, our kids will go back anyway, so.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Okay, perfect, wonderful.
So they're all happy with that.
Like I say, that will be here before we know it, won't it? That's the problem.
So, well,
Okay. Right, emergency services event day, 28th of August.
So again, this is a first for us this year. So this is one of Holly's events. We've had some amazing feedback from all the emergency services that we have. We've got quite a few suppliers already set up. So the fire service, we're just waiting for them to finalise. Devon Cornwall Police, the ambulance, RNLI, Coast Guard, flood bikers, Heartbeat, air ambulance, Teen Surf Life Saving Club, Samaritans, and Exeter Vaccination Centre. Most of them have come back to us. We're just waiting on the RNLI. But they're all really keen to take part in whichever way that they can. The thing that Holly's currently focusing on is the layout of the triangle, of where everything's going to be, because obviously with people like the ambulance service, if they get called away, we've got to make sure they've got a good space that they can just get out and go, sort of thing. So that is the only thing that is currently getting worked on, and then there'll be a meeting soon, in-house meeting soon with the facilities department just to finalise the equipment that we're going to need. The scheduling is almost ready to go out. But yeah, apart from that, it's all good to go. Like I said, after a lot of stuff gets finalised, we'll start pushing on social media and things like that, and getting to circulate, because we are getting ourselves added into more and more Facebook groups on social media. So we can share it to more and more groups rather than just our page. It's getting really spread out once it all gets finalised. So that's a positive direction. So yeah, okay.
What time is that one starting?
10 a.m. till 3 p.m. that one.
Thank you.
Perfect, okay. Then, Merchant Navy Day is just for the
It's
usual
all-
flag raising, isn't
Yeah,
it?
just
So-
bulk standard flag
Yeah, that's the
raising,
usual
that's all ready to go ahead.
arrangements.
Again, keep an eye out on your emails. Is it September? So I would say start to mid-August. We'll start sending out invites and pushing that on social media. So it's tight because from July right up until November, we're really, really event heavy.
Yes.
So trying to time when we start pushing things out is going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
So I would say just keep an eye on your emails and things like that.
Perfect. And again, similar with the emergency services flag raising 9th of September, isn't it? Very similar arrangements to those.
Yep.
Perfect, okay. The next sort of biggies are Proms in the Park, 12th of September.
Yeah, so obviously there's two parts to this event. You've got the CBBS, Proms in the Park, followed by the main event of Proms in the Park.
Yeah.
This is one that Debbie's currently working on. So the idea is that we're finalising times as we speak.
Okay.
But we're currently looking at 3 till 5 for the CBBS Proms in the Park.
Yeah.
The blessing that we have, this will be done through iPlayer. So this is not a live stream, because they do CBBS one a few weeks before the main Proms in the Park. So this will be done all through iPlayer. So we've got lots more flexibility and control of the timings. We don't want to do it too early because you've got the lull and we've still got to have the security there and things like that. But you don't want it too close that we don't have enough time to clean up and do the whole rotation and things like that. And make sure that our food vendors have enough time to stock up if they need to, and so on and so forth. So yeah, the current times we're looking at is 3 till 5.
Yeah.
It's not too late for the children that are coming to join, but then it's not too early that we've got such a big lull. So I think that's going to be the one. What we have said though, with our bad weather plan, especially for the CBeebies part, is we're just going to cancel it, because it's, as much as we would love to bring everybody inside and host the event inside, a bunch of children in a listed building with all of our paintings and fragile objects and things like that, I don't see it ending well, quite honestly. So yeah, we said if it's going to be bad weather, we'll just cancel that whole bit.
People understand that. I think
yeah.
It's meant to be in the park, and if it rains, it's not much fun in the park.
No, exactly.
It's very straightforward, isn't it?
As that's the whole idea behind it. So, and then with the proms, all going ahead as far as I'm concerned with the BBC, and we're just getting finalised.
What times is the evening one?
I think it's 7 till 9, isn't
Right,
it?
okay.
Normally, something like that.
Roughly around that time. isn't it?
Yeah, because they don't think they'll move over to BBC 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do for the finale.
Yeah, so there'll be a bit of a swap over there. So I think it all depends on when that is, because sometimes they do carry on a little bit longer, sometimes they finish earlier. But once the BBC have published their final times, then we know what we can base everything on. In regards to vendors, we're literally just waiting on paperwork, and we are currently vetting out a tea and coffee person to come and do that for us. But I think we're going to have a fish and chip van.
Okay.
Because it's in the park, you
I
just
do.
have a bit of fish and chips, it's quite flexible.
And what's the wet weather contingency plan for the evening session?
That we are currently still working on, just because we're thinking, right, do we do tickets purely for bad weather, or do we do first come first served tickets for the event in general and things like that? So we're just trying to finalise it, the best way of it going ahead.
Last year we cancelled it, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, because the issue is, even if it rains the day before, it's glorious sunshine the next day, because it's in the park with all the equipment and things like that, it can still get
Well,
damp
also
and
the ground.
damaged. And the ground
You've got to
is
think about the ground, so
shot.
you've got risk of accident if it's wet.
Even
wet
wet
the day
through the
before.
month.
Yeah,
You know, so
The bit down the bottom of there is horrible when it's wet.
So
especially with it being on a hill as well, it's going to be an accident waiting to happen, to say the least. So yeah, we're finalising the plan as we speak, and then the next meeting is on the 16th of June. So yeah, we've got ample time. So I will make sure that the wet weather plan is finalised, ready to present to you guys at the next events committee.
it would be nice to have a contingency plan, purely because when we cancelled it on the last occasion, there was quite a lot of disappointment from it, because of course families that have made arrangements to come, and if you've bought food for a picnic or something like that with it, you've got all of that. And actually, it's also nice to use this building
Oh god, yeah.
for a public event. And it may well be that actually the reality is, if it's a it's a ticket booking facility, obviously you can't necessarily always control that outside, but actually to come in here you can control,
Yeah.
and it will be basically first come first in effectively.
Yeah.
I'm not sure really how you can.
Well, that's
But
the
that's
thing
something
we
to think
want to finalise
Yeah.
before we tell everyone, right, this will be the wet weather plan. So rather than stipulating what it could be and how it could happen, I'd rather it just be completely finalised, and then everyone's got the same information at the same time. So I've written that down as an action point for the next
thank
events
you.
committee meeting.
Fine, absolutely fine. Okay, Battle of Britain, 15th September.
It's just a flag raising this year,
Yeah.
so it's just the same as normal.
Okay, perfect. And then you've got the Apple Day celebration on 24th of October.
I will go into a bit more detail as to why I would like some more money put into that event once we get to the current budget bit of the agenda. The idea that we have for that one, so it's on the 24th of October, it's going to be in the Triangle. Things that we're looking at is an apple pie competition, a farmer's market, so we're currently contacting various local cider vendors and apple juice vendors to come and partake in the event. Some cider tasting, apple presses, so people can bring their own apples down and they can press their own apples themselves and take them home. And bobbing for apples, it won't be the traditional way because it's a risk assessment nightmare. It'll be with like nets and things like that and whatnot. So it will just be a nice, easygoing day. There won't be entertainment as such, but there will still be quite a lot to do with the apple pie competitions and whatnot. But again, once I have more money in that budget, then I can again finalise the full-blown plans and I'll know exactly what we can get into it and everything like that, because there's a bit of equipment I need
Would
to.
that be weather permitted as well? Because that time of year is known for some dodgy weather. It could be very hot, or it could be very blustery, very bad. And it's harvest festival time as well. isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's a difficult one because if it's already in the triangle and then we decide to move it up to bit in-house, it's then how we're going to fit it into bit in-house and things like that. So I think because it is in the triangle, our normal rule of thumb is if we get a weather warning, leading up to the day or on the day, we just cancel everything because it's just way too risky because you're really open to the elements in there.
I do agree that if you've got equipment and stuff down there and you've got nice things that people do down there, like that, you really can't put that up here.
No.
You know, if you try to get transport to get the barrel with water in it up, you just couldn't do it.
No.
So,
Are you planning to have some of the gazebos up, or is it all just going to be open? I'm just thinking if we, if we do that, I'm just wondering if.
Again, the minute we get a weather warning,
Yeah,
there's no point bringing gazebos
okay.
down because especially with the wind and things like that, and I'm going to have to use up bit in-house anyway to then dry out those gazebos because we can't pack them away back because that just
they're a
leaves
bit
more
dark
issues.
sometimes, the gazebos,
Yes.
you've got something going in.
Yeah.
I find that even at Christmas, they're a bit dark.
Yeah, so it's trying to find that nice medium, but again, this is our first year doing it. I've been in contact with Chudfest, who does their Apple Day, and they've been saying, well, we do the same thing for Apple Day if it's wet weather or anything like that or bad conditions. We just have to cancel the event because they can't fit the things that they need to for the town hall and the risk assessments, especially with the apple press and things like that. Ideally, you need a bit more of an open space. And with the farmers market as well, it's like, okay, so do we just cancel them and do everything else up here? And if so, how do we make people aware, especially if it's short notice? So I think the safest bet would be the wet weather plan, which is we cancel, quite honestly.
Can we do like a competition for the little kids, the best dressed apple? I'm on about an apple, and they dress up. You know, just something like that.
Decorate the apple themselves.
Yeah, decorate the apple themselves, yeah. Put little arms on it, put a face on it, whatever.
Sounds nice.
Put a little hat on it, clothes on it. Yeah, anything like that, just to get, and we could have our mayor, whoever it is, to judge it and stuff like that.
The only, as much as that would be amazing, the only thing I'm thinking of is sharp objects and having them out and about. So is it just shoving in some pipe cleaners and gluing on some eyes and
That's
things
what
like
I
that
thought,
onto the
yeah.
apples? Are we carving the apples?
That's what I thought.
How are we gonna?
Or do they bring their apples?
But bring their apples, they bring their apples.
Bring your decorated apple.
Yeah,
That's a
that
good
would be
idea.
better.
So the parents obviously are supervising their children, it's nothing
Yeah.
to do with us. They bring it in, they put them all out for people to see, and whoever, we could have some dignitaries or whoever on there, or whoever to come and judge it. And then we can offer, I don't know, what can we offer, a book voucher or something, I don't know.
That can be sorted out.
Yeah, we can look into
Has
that.
have the churches been contacted? Because if it is harvest festival time as well, it'd be really nice to do something that they're involved, even if they have some sort of stall or presence as well in the triangle.
I can put
And
that
then they
down
can
as an
make their
action
perhaps
plan.
their theme around
Action
something.
plan.
They might do something. I mean, perhaps Ruth would be a great one. But the Messy Church Ruth would be fantastic
Yeah.
at something. She would come up with something really creative. But that would be a really nice sort of community based. So
Yeah, I'll put
Yeah.
that down as an action plan.
yeah,
So I'll look into the decorating your own apple churches and speak to Ruth.
Excuse me. Yeah.
So yeah, I can
yeah,
investigate that further, and again, because it's not until October, so yeah, by the 16th of June, I can.
It makes the Apple Day a bit more fun, a bit more like getting the church involved, a bit more like
But also they've
harvest
got,
festival, what
you
we
know,
try to promote and
and
stuff like that.
there, again, you're attracting another element of the community, aren't you?
Yeah.
As well, you know, you have your shoppers and you have your businesses and your retailers, and actually, you know, but it's nice to have those. Yeah, it's good.
I mean, again, it's
Nice.
one of them. It's our first year doing it.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
second see type of thing of what happens with it, really.
Yeah, so we've got like the skeleton of it,
Yeah,
and then
it's
keep.
I mean, it's like, I
on.
know it's been done before, we've done loads of times with the mystery
Yeah,
item in the shop and find the apple in the window. You know,
We
that
don't
sort of
want to
stuff.
do another trail.
No, but I'm just saying,
But yeah,
there's something, you can make it a little bit
yeah.
more.
But the traders could do something. The
That's what I'm
chamber
about,
could
yeah.
do something.
Yeah, the
actually,
chamber
where they're
can-
in LinkedIn, aren't they? So
partake, that's
Yeah.
fine. us as a council, we're purposely not going to do a trail
Yeah, I get,
because it's
yeah,
so close to Christmas and we've already got another trail, so we
Yeah.
don't want to board them.
yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
Just get the businesses involved as well, outside the triangle.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that,
Yeah.
roundabout trail. I think you can overdo it, that's the problem. Okay then, everyone happy with that? And then you'll update next time?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Also, just going back to we linked in with the fruit shop in town for the apples and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, we're going to be speaking to some guy. I need to finalise some money first.
Oh, right, you want some
And
money?
then I can go on a proper deep dive. I've just done like a forward spectrum.
Mhm.
And then once if you guys will allow it, get my money in it, then I can really deep dive and be like, right, this is exactly what I can do, this is exactly what I can't
I
do.
just didn't like me, Fran, what sort, did we put any money at all into it? Or was it
£300.
smaller? Was it 300?
Yeah.
Okay, if
But
I remember
we'll
right, it was initial, it was 2,000, wasn't it?
We'll,
Then we got it
we'll
down to 300.
discuss it further at that agenda
It
item.
is an agenda item, it's just,
That's fine.
Okay.
okay, Remembrance Day,
Again, hit repeat, it's one of Debbie's ones.
Yeah.
All going ahead, looking really good. We're just waiting on people to get back to us to finalise the last little bit of details.
Yeah.
Again, that's a November one, so I'd say start to mid-September.
okay,
Social media invites and things
Yeah.
like that, but Jamie's already aware, Town Crier's aware and things like that, so.
and
yeah,
the same
that's
as
just
said
a
with
repeat.
Armistice, obviously, Paddington,
Yeah.
same as before,
Yeah,
usual format. They work, it's a format that works very well,
oh,
so.
gotcha. Especially copies of Paddington's a really good one for us to be part of.
Okay, then the Christmas event, which is the 28th of November, not
Holly
December.
is on this one. Oh, apologies if you've got an agenda that says
says-
December on it and not
It's
November.
November.
I've already noted that, so that'll get changed in the minutes. So this is one of Holly's ones. We have been given the green light by Devon County Council for the Triangle, Bank Street and Wellington Street.
Lovely.
So that's really exciting. We went around the town this week when we delivered the information packs to all the traders in the town and stuff. Greatly heavily received. Holly's taken on all their feedback from last year, so we can really home in on the locations and the stall placements and things like that. Because last year was our first year of Bank Street. We know what works now, we know what didn't work, so we've adapted it, we've changed it. Also including Wellington Street as well. The event management plan is all ready to go. Suppliers are already starting to come in. So we've got Santa's being confirmed, we've got the Courtney that's been confirmed, security, stage hire, face painting, the snow globe, 5 carols at 5, Chloe on her bike, the Samba band, and one of the acts as well has already come back and confirmed. We've already pretty much, I think, we've already sold quite a few tickets.
Good.
For stall holders as well, which has been absolutely brilliant. Quite a lot of people have already paid as well, which has
How
been
many
better.
stalls is it going to be?
Oh.
About 20?
So in the triangle, because it's not got in general, in the triangle we've got 2, so 17, 18, 19 in the triangle,
Yeah,
and then 11, 12, 13 in Wellington Street,
yeah,
and then 12 in Bank Street.
that's a good number. That's a nice number.
So we've got quite a few. Which is really nice. And again, we are being very cautious as to though certain stalls, we're making sure they're not close to a shop that sells the same thing.
Yes, definitely.
So we're really, really homing in on that.
Okay.
And we're not going to have as many food stalls either. We literally just got 2.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
So that's really good. We are also doing a window trail with the traders again.
Yeah.
We have already got 3 people who want to partake.
And when is that going to actually start? Because what happened last time, as you know, is we had the window displays that were Halloween. Some then set their displays up for the firework and
Christmas.
bonfire themes. And then it was straight into the Christmas. And actually what some of the traders, particularly the shops in the town, were saying is that there wasn't enough notice that all suddenly you've only got like this week to do a full Christmas display. So we need to, if that's not in play, I would suggest as an action point that we make sure the timing
There
of that
it
is
is.
better than it was last year.
Just trying to find the information booklets, because in the information booklet, so I'm just trying to read through her notes, stop checking.
Don't worry about it for now.
There is a plan, and a lot of the traders are in support in the way that we're doing it this year. I just can't remember off the top of my head how it's actually going to work
Don't
out.
worry, that's fine.
But again, I'll make
Yeah.
sure as an action point, it will come back to this council.
Bruce, I know that there were a few that didn't join the window display competition because they said they didn't have enough time to finish one window display and to get into, and I get that. So, like I say, I think the more pre-knowledge about it and that we've
Yeah.
got, which sounds like I've got that in hand anyway, so that's fine.
No, it's all in the booklet that the traders have received on how it's actually going to be judged and things like that. Because with the trail, those who take part in the trail will be given an item with like a riddle, and then children have got to solve the riddle and then find that item, and things like that. So yeah, there is one. I just can't.
That's all right, that's
find
fine,
it.
Fran.
But yes,
It's all
I'll
good.
make sure it comes
Yeah.
back around.
Just so that we've got that in there really. Okay, that sounds good. And presumably again, entertainment in the triangle as well.
Yep, we've already got one entertainment already booked. The lab security's booked.
Excellent.
So yeah, it's all looking very, very positive.
Okay, wonderful. Yes, Brandon.
No,
Sorry, yes,
I
Brandon.
was going to ask you to step, Hannah just said, what's happened to the fireworks display?
Rugby club.
Rugby club, so that's not,
Yeah.
that's just that, but it's not on our agenda.
Yeah,
It's just at a rugby club, okay.
Yeah.
Just, I didn't see it there, so yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just rugby club, to be honest. Yeah, we just got to pay the fireworks and then,
So we haven't got anything to do with that, well, apart from being there collecting them.
yeah, just bucket collections. Again, I think that'll be something that will go onto the agenda
For the next
next
meeting.
one.
Yeah, it's just, when I saw the list of things, I thought, well, what's fireworks displays?
Well, I think it's because in the minutes of the last meeting, it's in there that it's agreed that that's what's going to happen. So we're going in with the rugby club. So we probably do need a little bit of an update on the next meeting. So, like I say, that's been agreed.
Sorry, I can't get that because I'm with me.
Okay.
I'm sure about that.
Okay. Well, we'll wait for just take a breather for a minute. Wait for Terrell to come back. As we'll be go. Does anybody else have any questions about the Christmas event, or is everyone happy for that? And then update next time.
Yeah,
that's fine.
So I know you've been working with, well, I think, yeah, working very hard indeed on this, all you have.
I love events.
But it's also getting it's setting an event calendar at an early stage.
That has
Really
helped
good.
dramatically.
Then you know exactly what's going to come in and what needs to be done.
From an officer's point of view, from the get-go, we know we can start divvying out from the start of the year.
Straight away.
And then it'll be things like, so for example, if you've got an event in April, it wouldn't be so much on Holly and Debbie to do the event, it'd be more myself, so I don't do finance and so on and so forth. And summer entertainment, you know, and things like that, we can really home in on who the best person is to do what event and everything. So that has been a massive thing in the office, that's really good.
Perfect.
And I'm also aware of conversations with some of the traders, how helpful it is or beneficial it is to them to actually have a plan and actually know what's happening throughout the year, because then they can actually say, well,
I think going forward, doing these booklets with all our TTROs, because we apply, as soon as we get a date and we know what event we're doing, we apply for the TTRO straight away. And then that way, once we've got them all back in, we just send it all out to the whole of the town and they just know
Or
what's
you're
what.
delivering the actual post with the dates and times and whatever it is. I
Oh,
mean,
and
that'd
then
be brilliant.
full spiel booklet.
That'd be brilliant.
We'll get that on.
Brilliant, can't they?
Yeah, and then, like I say, just keep on with the advertising,
Yeah.
lots of notice. It doesn't actually matter if something is not till October, November. It really doesn't matter if you start publicising it next month or this month, because actually the more notice people, then straight away you're saying, well, it's been publicised for 5 months.
Yeah.
You know,
This is
And
the whole idea
once
of us-
I think once you've pinned down all
Yeah.
the details, get the information out, I would say, put it in wavelength, put it on the social thing, put it on our app.
This is another reason why we're really trying to add ourselves into as many community groups on Facebook as
Yeah,
humanly
I agree.
possible, and really encouraging councillors as well to share it across all their various different platforms that they have, and the different groups that they're part of and everything. So just a really,
Yeah.
really big push on that front. So yeah.
All right, let's move on then, shall we? Budgets. Tara, I think you were going to do this one? Or
No, you'd let them know what you wanna, if this needs to be voted on, so she'll let you know where she wants to move the money around if you guys decide they're not happy with that.
So Armed Forces has a separate budget for Remembrance and Armistice Day. So in the Armed Forces budget, it is 4,000? 4,000. There's 4,000 in the Armed Forces budget. We don't need all of that, quite honestly. So what I am proposing to you councillors is that if we can have £500 of that moved into Pirates Festival and then £1,000 moved into Apple Day. My justification for Pirates Festival is that with the extra money I can get a really good decent band to come in and perform, and it just gives me a little bit of a leeway if anything comes up or anything happens, and to make sure that I can get enough acts going, so it's like a nice continuous thing rather than a bunch of stop-start. And for any extra equipment that we're going to need to get in from a health and safety point of view.
That's enough, do you think?
Yeah.
I'm just checking, because I know that the Armed Forces Day, we're using part of their budget for the Emergency Service Day, or is that all?
No, they've got their own budget, I'm pretty sure.
Perhaps if I remember correctly.
Holly and myself did go over the yes, the budget's 6,500 for Emergency Services Day.
Right, so we've got money there, right, because I
Yeah.
just know that we.
Yeah.
what have we got for
Oh,
Pirates?
no, sorry, that was Christmas, sorry.
I was going to say, that sounds a lot for emergency services.
Yeah.
I don't have my note with it.
So I have armed forces at 4,000.
That's
I don't know if that encompasses emergency services.
I know that there was a big budget for
Yeah,
Armed
4,000.
Forces Day, and we were looking to use part of that budget or some towards the Emergency Service Day. We were
Emergency Services Day is not going to cost us more than, I would say, maximum 1,500.
Sorry,
1,500.
okay.
And all these other, all of that. Armed Forces Day budget includes all the flag raisings and things like that, which costs us
Not a lot.
nothing from the point of view of hiring equipment and things like that, because we own a lot of it. I can't even see.
Are we okay?
So I think that's my only concern, because I do remember that we were using budget from the Armed Forces Day towards Emergency Service Day, because we said we weren't going to be doing a big thing.
Actually sorted that now.
We've sorted it all out, we've crunched all the numbers down and everything like that, we've got quite a good leeway in that budget, so it'll be good.
So we,
So yeah, it'll be 500 to Pirates Festival, and then Apple Day, £1,000.
5,000?
Well,
I
there's-
feel that was quite a lot for,
So currently the budget is
yeah,
£300.
for actually what is not a huge sort of event, to be quite frank.
The budget is 300.
Yeah.
Security's going to cost me 304. So that's my whole budget plus over gone. With the extra money, we can get in proper cider presses. We can either look at hiring or buying, especially if it's one event that we want to keep going throughout the years. You can't just get one cider press, because the ones that you can buy from the range, for example, they are quite small, and you can't just buy the cider press, you've got to buy the extra bit of equipment to it as well. I've been looking at quotes, and they're about £200 to get quite a fairly decent one.
How many of those are you looking at getting then?
One or two, again, it depends if we're going to hire them or buy them. If we hire them, we can probably get quite a few. If we buy them, then it'll probably be about 2 that we would buy in.
so would it be worthwhile looking to, as it's the first time we've done this event, to hire some, see how well it goes rather than outlay, and then actually look for the future, whether or not, how many we need to buy in the future, because otherwise we might be flogging cider presses every day. You know.
Yeah, I
so-
think it's a higher than that.
I think for the first off, let's and see how much uptake we get. Looking for the higher of them.
Have we approached any brewers or anything like that?
Yes, so one of the things that we are currently doing is approaching, let me get the
Normally around 25, I can't remember, that looks like enough.
So we are looking at East Cliff to have a stall as well, Friends of East Cliff.
Yeah.
Because they've got an orchard over there. Devon Roots, they're Exeter based. MCG Apple Juice, they're a local Devon company. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. Huron Valley, I think they're called. So they're all very, very local. All of them are obviously apple juice makers, and I think 2 of them also do cider as well, I'm pretty sure. And then there's a couple more people that I wrote down, but for some reason it's not coming up on my event plan.
Do they have any of their own cider presses that they bring out?
These are industrial, commercial ones.
Right, so they don't have anything small for such events as this.
No. There is a company that does hire them out with the bottles and things like that. But my only speculation is this is like one of the old-fashioned churning ones. We used to like walk around it and stuff. And it's the transportation, because then again, if we've got to transport it, we might have to hire Devon Move. Devon Move starting prices, you're looking at about £300 plus. Whereas one of the deals that I have seen, it's the cider press and the apple press. Sorry, no, I'm not pronouncing that properly. It's a proper churning one for doing actions. And then you twist it to squeeze out the actual juice. It's about 160 quid, give or take.
Is that higher?
That's buying.
That's fine, right.
Most of them are about £45 for a day.
Yeah.
Between £45 and £60 a day. Or a weekend was about 65.
And that's the hire.
That's a higher, yeah.
And
But again, you can look into those anyway.
Yeah. With also with the grant, it just allows us that little bit of extra, because obviously we've got to get all the apples for the apple bobbing, the prizes, the bucket, the nets, which is a couple of quid here and there, but when you add it all up for the amount that we need to get,
Absolutely.
it does all add up. And then it just allows us that nice bit of leeway if we ever need it. Obviously security, it's £304, but again, that can go up and down.
You've got the money for that
inflation.
already, haven't you?
Yeah, so that's
So that's
yeah.
covered.
well, actually, you're
It's just
you're
really-
-4. So
minus £4, £4 over budget already.
Start. So.
I think it's quite good to have a little bit more in the Apple Day one, because we haven't done it before, and we don't, things may come up that cost a bit more. I don't think that's unreasonable to ask for 500 for one and 1,000 for the other. I'm happy to propose it.
So it's how many? So it's 1,000 for 500 for the Pirate Day and 1,000 for the Apple Bowl.
Yeah.
And you're leaving them yourself 2.5 then?
Because already in the pilot, you've got 2,000 already, haven't you?
Pardon?
No. No.
Wasn't it
Stop
2,000?
Pirate Day.
No, Pirate, we're not talking about Pirate Day.
Right.
So we're looking to virus the, effectively, 1,500 from the Armed Forces Day budget, which still leaves
2.5
isn't
grand
it?
or 2.5
And
So
then,
that's still plenty for Armed Forces Day, and then that'll cover the
Yeah.
other 2 items. So
Another
the
cost.
£500 would go to the Pirates Day on top of what it's already got.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
another cost to look into for Apple Day is the bins that the extra bins that we need to get from Team Bridge,
Yeah.
and that's not
Yeah.
about £90 because
Well,
they charge us how long it
okay.
takes to empty.
So we've got a proposal on the table anyway. Do we have a seconder? For that? Yeah. And then we have a show of hands that then for that proposal.
Thank you very kindly.
we provided you manage some cider somewhere in that.
Okay.
Pardon?
All right, is there anything else with the budget, in the budget item from either of you now, or was that just that?
It was
just
literally just moving some money around.
that? Okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
Perfect, so, and then you've got the date of next meeting tentatively scheduled for June the 16th.
Next full council meeting, you guys will have to verify their meetings going forward, that's why it says tentatively. So you guys will all vote on the meeting schedule for the next year, you
Okay,
guys can vote on it then, so
fine.
that's why it says.
Can I just say something, Chair? Just to recap on what I just said earlier on, so we just said it's plus what we give for Pirate Days, but forgive my ignorance, it was 2,000, wasn't it, for the Pirates Day originally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so plus 500,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
2,500.
That's plenty,
Okay.
isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2,500.
That's quite a biggie to.
Okay, then.
Could be quite the biggest thing we do,
So-
actually.
Yes.
So I would suggest that with the next date, put it in your diaries, subject to confirmation of the full council meeting.
Should I put that as noted?
Yeah, we don't need to vote on that.
Next date of meeting then, isn't it?
Well, it's going to be the 16th of June, but we'll have the full council meeting before that, where we'll be looking at the dates and committees anyway. Does the events committee?
It doesn't come on the council, does it? Because we.
Yeah, I was just thinking we've got the committee, yeah, June will be when we're looking at all committees anyway, but we're tied up, we're okay till September, aren't we?
Yeah.
Events is done per
That was
year.
the only one,
That was
wasn't
the
it?
whole thing,
Fine.
yeah.
We'll have to I'll double check that.
Yeah, I think we're okay till about September time.
So
And then-
can we pencil in 16th of June?
I've got it in my diary, so I say let's put it in.
So
Should have been
Tuesday the 16th,
16th, yeah.
6
We'll
p.m.
always come out
Yeah.
as well.
And if there's, as I said, we can always change it, but at least we've got, it's better to have something in the diary and we've got the date on the minutes and everyone knows where they are.
Yeah, because that was the only committee that we formed. That
Yeah,
was outside
the others,
of our.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you everyone. I make that 1851 finish. We can turn that off and you can all go home with time for tea.
What one?
Are we off?
Yeah.
No, we're not.
I'm so confused.
How many people do we have
Oh, it's
watching?
at the top there.
2?
And then drop to one.
Oh, well.
Is that off now?